The dramatic sprint at Austin, Verstappen's victory and McLaren's misfortune. In a thrilling display of racing prowess, Max Verstappen emerged victorious from the 2025 United States Grand Prix sprint, a race that witnessed an early retirement for both McLaren drivers in a chaotic Turn 1 collision. Verstappen, starting from pole position, maintained a clean lead, but behind him, the action unfolded rapidly. Oscar Piastri's McLaren was caught in a collision with Nico Hulkenberg's kick Sauber at the first corner, sending Piastri spinning and into his teammate, Lando Norris. This unfortunate incident put both McLaren cars out of contention, while Hulkenberg dropped down the order due to damage. But for Verstappen, it was a smooth ride. He handled a challenge from George Russell of Mercedes and 2 safety car phases to claim the sprint win. The results of this intense race are as follows. Formula 1 MSC Cruises, United States Grand Prix 2025 sprint results. Pause driver time points. DAWS 2, Max Verstappen, 3758.229. 8. George Russell, plus 0395. 7. 3. Carlos Sainz, plus 0791. 6. 4. Lewis Hamilton, plus 1.224. 5. 5. Charles Leclerc, plus 1.825. 4. View all standings at Formula 1. https://www.formula1.com/races/sprint results. The race concluded under the safety car, following a late collision between Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon. Russell had to settle for second place behind the relentless Verstappen, while Carlos Sainz of Williams took third. The Ferrari duo of Hamilton and Leclerc finished 4th and 5th, respectively. The other Williams car, driven by Alex Albon, crossed the line in 6th, followed by Red Bull's Yuki Tsunoda in 7th. Haas's Ollie Behrman finished 8th but was penalized with a 10-second time penalty, promoting Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli to the last points-paying position. The sprint qualifying on Friday, which determined the starting order for the 100-kilometer dash, was an exciting affair. Norris set the pace in SQ1 and SQ2. But it was Verstappen's Red Bull that ultimately secured pole position in the final moments of SQ3, marking the Dutchman's 10th sprint pole. As the cars assembled on the grid for the 19-lap event on Saturday, the atmosphere was electric, with much at stake in the Drivers' Championship. When the tire blankets came off, it was revealed that all 20 drivers would start on the medium compound tires, adding an extra layer of strategy to the race. As the lights went out, Verstappen executed a seamless launch, but behind him, chaos ensued. Piastri, caught in the crossfire of Hulkenberg's move, spun out and collided with Norris, instantly eliminating both McLaren drivers from the race. Piastri initially continued, but he was later advised of potential suspension damage and was unable to make it back to the pits, leaving both McLaren cars retired on the first lap. Fernando Alonso of Aston Martin was also caught up in the melee, involving contact with Hulkenberg, resulting in his retirement from the event. The safety car was deployed due to the debris scattered across the track, adding to the drama. Hulkenberg, who described the incident as a massive sandwich, dropped to 15th after a pit stop. Stroll and Alpine's Franco Colapinto also pitted after an eventful opening lap. On lap 5, the safety car period was set to end, with Verstappen leading from Russell, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Albon, and Tsunoda. Verstappen's restart was impressive, holding on to the lead ahead of Russell. Further back, Antonelli, the rookie Mercedes driver, was eager to make moves, engaging in a battle with Pierre Gasly for 9th place. By lap 8, Russell had closed in on Verstappen, attempting a bold overtake at turn 12. Both cars ran wide, with Verstappen rejoining ahead. "What was that?" Verstappen radioed in, but the stewards decided no further investigation was necessary. Leclerc and Hamilton were locked in a fierce battle for 4th place, with Hamilton ultimately prevailing. At the front, Russell seemed to lose ground to Verstappen, dropping back by 1.7 seconds. As lap 11 approached, Verstappen continued to lead, followed by Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Albon, Tsunoda, and Behrman. The battle for the last points-paying position intensified, with Behrman closing in on Tsunoda and Antonelli hot on the tail of the Haas. Russell was warned about track limits at turn 12, while Behrman and Antonelli were noted for gaining an advantage by leaving the track during their duel. Drama struck again on lap 16 when Stroll attempted an ambitious move on Ocon at turn 1. Stroll locked up, collecting the Haas and putting Ocon out of the race. Stroll appeared to apologize with a raised hand, but he too retired after pulling his damaged car off the track at turn 3. This incident prompted a second safety car phase, and it was confirmed that the Stroll-Ocon collision would be investigated post-sprint. Behrman was penalized with a 10-second time penalty for his fight with Antonelli, dropping him out of the points. With the recovery operation ongoing, the sprint concluded under the safety car, and Verstappen secured his 13th sprint victory. He crossed the line ahead of Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Leclerc, Albon, and Tsunoda. Behrman, who had been running in 8th, dropped to the bottom of the order due to his penalty, promoting Antonelli to 8th. Racing Bulls. Liam Lawson and Alpine's Gasly missed out on points in 9th and 10th respectively. A quarter of the field retired in this highly eventful sprint, with Norris, Piastri, and Alonso all out on lap 1, joined by Ocon and Stroll, who failed to finish. Verstappen, reflecting on his win, said, "The start was good, but the safety car due to the turn 1 incident disrupted the pace. We need to analyze what happened there." Nonetheless, winning the sprint is the most important outcome. For tomorrow's Grand Prix, we must improve our race trim to challenge the McLarens, as we haven't seen their full potential yet. The drivers will now prepare for qualifying for the Grand Prix later on Saturday, starting at 1600 local time. Join us at the Race Hub to follow the action and witness the next chapter of this thrilling racing season.